Okay, everyone, welcome to our class. This is class Ventures4. We are beginning a new unit. We are on unit 8, and today we are looking at lesson B. Uh, so open your student book on page 98 and let's do some review on what we saw last week. Present perfect and present perfect continuous, and then we're gonna practice some exercises, okay? But first, I need you to open your book, your student book, the textbook, page 98, and let's take a look at present perfect and present perfect continuous. Open your book. Okay, so before we start, I'm gonna play the video one more time. I want you to understand it very clearly in your mind, and then we are going to do corrections. Okay, we are going to do some practice. Okay, so watch the video.
Verb tense contrast. Unit 8, Lesson B. Present perfect and present continuous. Watch and listen. The present perfect is formed by have, has, plus past participle. One use of the present perfect is to talk about recently finished actions, often with the word just, with no specific time of completion of those actions. The present perfect continuous is formed by have, has, plus been, plus present participle, ing. Use the present perfect continuous to talk about actions that started in the past, continue to now, and will probably continue in the future. Present perfect. Recently finished action.
Yolanda has just mopped the floor. It's clean now.
Present perfect continuous. Continuing action.
Yolanda has been mopping the floor for 15 minutes. She's still working on it because it isn't clean yet.
Present perfect. Recently finished action.
Felix and Pablo have just painted the house. It looks great now.
Present perfect continuous. Continuing action.
Felix and Pablo have been painting the house all morning, but they haven't finished yet.
Present perfect. Recently finished action.
I have just spoken with my manager. She had ideas for improving customer service.
Present perfect continuous. Continuing action.
I have been speaking with my manager for an hour. We're still discussing ways to improve customer service.
Check your understanding. Complete the first sentence using the correct form of the verb in parentheses. Now complete the second sentence using the correct form of the verb in parentheses. Listen to the sentences.
Yolanda has just mopped the floor. It's clean now.
Yolanda has been mopping the floor for 15 minutes. She's still working on it because it isn't clean yet.
Felix and Pablo have just painted the house. It looks great now.
Felix and Pablo have been painting the house all morning, but they haven't finished yet.
I have just spoken with my manager. She had ideas for improving customer service.
I have been speaking with my manager for an hour. We're still discussing ways to improve customer service.
Let's review. Present perfect. Recently finished action.
Yolanda has just mopped the floor. It's clean now.
Present perfect continuous. Continuing action.
Yolanda has been mopping the floor for 15 minutes.
Okay, so I hope you refreshed your memory in regards to present perfect and present perfect continuous. So, few things you have to remember because you have it's a perfect tense. Because it's a perfect tense, what you have is verb to have as a helper verb, right? Remember, you're gonna have a helper verb as a have as a helper verb, and you're gonna have participle, past participle. These are the characteristics of a perfect tense. Because it's present, you're gonna have verb to have in the present tense, because always the helper verb controls the time. So you're gonna have or has for third person singular, he, she, it. Okay, so this is what you're gonna have. The difference is when you have present perfect continuous, what you're gonna find there, because it's continuous, you need verb plus ing. Remember that? You have base verb plus ing. So you're gonna have for the present perfect continuous, perfect continuous, you're gonna have verb to have as the helper verb. Then you're gonna have been, the participle of verb to be. Then the base verb plus ing. Okay? And what's the difference? What's the difference between uh, present perfect and present perfect continuous? So present perfect, remember, present perfect is when the action or the event recently ended. It's a recently finished action or event. Okay? But for the present perfect continuous, it's an ongoing action, past, present, and future. You don't know when it's gonna end. Okay? That's the difference. So let's work with the exercise. Let's do exercise 2A, and then we come back. What you can do, and I strongly advise you to do, is to try to do the exercise by yourself first. So pause the video now, try to do the exercise by yourself, and then come back for the correction. Now, if you don't want to do that, then what you can do is basically just the follow along as I finish the exercise. Okay, good. Let me close this window here. We'll come back. Don't know why I can't close this one. Why I can't close this one? I can't close this one. I made a new one. Okay. Okay. Okay, now so let's go to our exercise. Okay? Let's go to our exercise here. Okay. So, exercise 2A, look what we have here. Complete the sentences. Use the present perfect or present perfect continuous forms of the verbs. Use just where possible. And let me give you a hint here. You're gonna use just when is an action or event that recently finished, that was finished recently. Okay, so with present perfect. Now let's take a look and let's do it. Okay, because I can't write here, it's really hard to write with a mouse. I'm gonna type with it with I'm gonna type with my, this little thing, this note here. Okay, and we're gonna try to manage around. Okay, good. Okay, so this is what we're gonna do. Alright, let me write here exercise 2A, and now and I'm not gonna write the whole thing. I'm just gonna write the verb, what goes inside this area here. Okay, this empty space. I'm not gonna write the whole, because that would be a waste of time. Okay, good. Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Daria Thompson is the owner of Daria's Donut Shop. She has been selling donuts at this location for more than 20 years. Why? See, this is present perfect continuous. Have plus participle plus ing, because she started in the past, continued through the present, and is continuing to do it in the future. So there is no end for this. So has been selling. Okay, now let's go to number 2. Okay, and let's do it together. It's 7 o'clock. Oh, it's 7 a.m. Daria, tanana, donuts for 3 hours. It's 7 a.m. Daria, tanana, donuts for 3 hours. So what's the idea here? It's an idea that she finished or she's continuing to do it. And let me give you a hint. The idea is that she just recently finished. So number 2 here is present perfect. So present perfect is Daria has, and then the participle of make is made. Okay, and this is the idea. And use just whenever possible. I'm gonna put just in parentheses here just to show that this is optional. And this is what the answer. It's 7 a.m. Daria has just made donuts for 3 hours. Okay, good. So now let's go to number 3. It's 7:30. Daria, tanana, the shop for customers. It's 7:30. Daria, tanana, open the shop for customers. So what is number 3? It's 7:30 a.m. Daria has just, the participle of open. Open is a regular verb, and so opened, has just opened the shop for customers. Okay, good. I know in the beginning is a little bit difficult to grasp the idea, but as you practice, you see that you will get it. Okay, so that's why I always tell you that it's very important for you to keep practicing, and practice is the key. So let's go to number 4. It's 10:30 a.m. Daria's son tanana her all morning. It's 10:30 a.m. Daria's, and here is a little bit different. It gives me the idea that it's been going on and it will continue to go on in the future. So Daria's son has, so that's why I'm using here the present perfect continuous, has been helping her all morning, and he will continue to help. I don't think this will finish. Okay? Okay. Let's go to number 5, and then we do correction after. There's no problem. Okay? Go. Let's go here. He tanana cleaning the counters and shelves. Everything is spotless. He, and this is the, it gives me the idea that he recently finished. So present perfect. He has, and then I'm gonna put just. He has just finished because it's a regular verb. He has just finished cleaning the counters and shelves. Everything is spotless. Okay, good. Number 6. Daria needs more help in the shop. She tanana to hire Yolanda. So it was a recent decision. She just, it's hard to keep deciding. It's something that you made already, so it's done. So she has just decided, present perfect, to hire Yolanda. Okay, good. Let's continue. Number 7. Yolanda's shift begins at 6 a.m. today. She tanana for the bus for 30 minutes. She's worried that she's going to be late. And it's this sentence gives me the idea of an ongoing, and it didn't finish. It keeps going. So that's why this one here, at number 7, I'm gonna use present perfect continuous. So she has been waiting for the bus for 30 minutes. She's worried that she's going to be late. Okay, good. Let me just move here. Okay. Number 8. It's 6:05 in the morning. Yolanda tanana to say she will be late. I think it's done, finished action. So it's 6:05. Yolanda has just called to say she will be late. Okay? How's it been? Easy or difficult? Yeah, it's not that difficult, right? It's just that you have to understand what you're doing and understand the sentence. And if you make a mistake, that's okay. Nobody's perfect, okay? Even people who speak English since from their early years, since even native speakers, they just make mistakes. Okay, we all make mistakes. Okay, don't worry about that. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. So let's go to number 9. It's 6:30 a.m. Yolanda tanana at the store. Daria is really glad to see her. So it's 6:30. It's a done, finished action. So Yolanda, number 9, has just arrived at the store. Daria is really glad to see her. Okay? And number 10. It's noon. Yolanda tanana for several hours and she's ready to take a break. So now this is different. See, it gives me the idea that the action is started but didn't finish. It will keep going after the break. It will keep going into the near future. So that's why number 10, it's present perfect continuous to me. Okay, so look, Yolanda has been working for several hours and she's ready to take a break. Okay, so let's just confirm if we got them all correct before we take our break. Okay, so let's see here. Let me see. Okay, we have the correction here. Da-na-na. Show all. Yeah, yeah, number 2. Here it's present perfect continuous, and here it's present. I put as a present perfect, and the reason is because of the idea that in my mind she just make donuts once a day, once during the day. She doesn't keep he doesn't she doesn't make she doesn't make the donuts through the day. You know what I'm talking about? And that's see, it's just sometimes a matter of understanding. So number 2, the correct is has been making. That's the correct one. Okay? So we got the number 2 corrected. Number 3 is correct. Number 4 is correct. Okay? Has been helping. Number 5 has just finished cleaning. Yeah, very good. That's correct. Yeah, that shouldn't be highlighted here because this is not a part of the verb. And number 6 has just decided. Number 7 is correct. Has been waiting. Number 8 is correct. Number 9 is correct. Number 10 is correct. Just the number 2. And I felt that it was kind of weird the way they put it there. There was no way of knowing it, but that's fine. Okay, see, I wanted to show that sometimes um, it's just a matter of understanding the context, and when you don't understand, it's really hard. Okay, so now let's take a break, and we'll come back. Okay, let's just take a break now.